What's going on, and welcome. I know I said I may or may not be going live, but I'll be honest, I got duped like the rest of you. I thought that there was going to be a large protest in New York City. Fox News was hyping it up a little bit, saying that there may or may not be a decision today on the indictment. Fox News said Maria Bartolomeo said that the decision is either going to be made today or Wednesday. It's not going to be made tomorrow. She was very matter of fact about that, and I'm not quite sure how she knows that. But if you didn't listen to the Fox and Friends or the Five when they were talking about it, it was great because Maria Bartolomeo, she used to be an attorney. Or no, that's Judge Janine, not Maria Bartolomeo. That was Judge Janine. So she was on there, and she was an attorney in Westchester County, or a judge in Westchester County. I think she was the district attorney, wasn't she? She knows all about this stuff. And she's like, this is like the biggest load of crap ever. And I think even the Wall Street, or who was it? One of the big news outlets that's not exactly conservative at all. Actually, they're pretty libertarian. They put out an editorial today saying that this is all political. And they're lefties. Like, that's the craziest thing. So everybody knows it's propaganda. But yeah, there was a big protest outside in New York City, and there were about 20 Trump supporters, about one counter protester that I saw that was clearly I suspect he was being paid. He was yelling like F you to everybody and doing all that. And then there were no less than 7,342 members of the media. It was a protest, but it was a media protest. The media was protesting the protest because no protesters were actually there. It was very peaceful. It was very funny. RSBN looked very sad that there wasn't a lot going on. But then again, I have to say RSBN is I kind of had a feeling that RSBN was full of shit. And RSBN is apparently full of shit. And if anyone has any questions about that, you can go ask Preston Para. Preston Para was an opinion writer for RSBN. Yes, RSBN, Right Side Broadcasting Network, who had his contract terminated today because he's been extremely critical of Ron DeSantis. And per his own words, he was, let me go up here. He said, today I parted ways with RSBN Network due to my comments regarding Governor Ron DeSantis. Although I'm an opinion writer, my views were seen as potentially unfavorable to the outlet. It was explained that Ron's PR team might not want to work with an outlet that employed writers who criticized him in the fashion that I do on my personal social media page. So RSBN, what do you call it? The free truth, fair guy. Yeah, free speech. That's the word I was looking for. They're not so free speech. They literally shit can him. And for anyone that doesn't believe me, I don't put links in my chat virtually ever. Unless they're the coffee links. Here you go. Everyone can go to, actually, let me put it this one. Let me go to this one. So you can see my tweet. Right here. Bam, bam. This one. Bam, bam. Because this is me retweeting it, or quote tweeting it, rather, is what it's called. And you can see right here. I'm not making this up. He was an opinion contractor writing for RSBN, and they fired him. They fired his contract. They ripped it up and said his personal opinions on his personal page could impact them. Isn't that crazy? And they go out there talking about free speech all the time. Free speech. And I know a lot of you guys remember the whole Quincy thing with me. There was a difference. Quincy chose to exhibit his free speech while broadcasting on our network in violation of our contract that we had with him that specifically said, don't talk about trans people. Literally, because I already knew him coming in, what his views were, and we had a mutual agreement of that. And in his fairness, he didn't realize he was broadcasting to our network, but he was. You know what I mean? So there is a difference there. Because if Quincy, says all that stuff on his social media page, that's fine. But RSBN literally goes out and champions free speech all the time, and then they fire someone for what they personally wrote on their page. That's outrageous. Freedom Flashpoint on YouTube said, in my personal opinion, RSB is a grift. Yeah, you think? I don't know. I mean, guys, imagine if they had a coffee company. You know what I'm saying? You know how many times they're like, we are viewer supported, blah, 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 send YouTube money. Which is weird that they always try to get people to send YouTube money when YouTube constantly censors them all the time. You know? A Freedom Flashpoint said, don't talk bad about DeSantis. We need him to invite to his rallies. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, no matter who you are, no matter what you think there, that's going to cause some pause with RSBN. I wonder if Brian Glenn, when he's in Waco, if he'll go on the air with me and explain the firing decision of one of their writers who exhibited negative commentary about Ron DeSantis. Do you think he'll do that? I doubt it. But I don't know. It's weird. It's very odd. And I don't like to, someone said your network isn't even for free speech. No, so see, here's the thing, is we don't allow hate speech, okay? There is a difference between free speech and hate speech. Hate speech is a protected speech. I understand that. But on my platform, I get to make the rules. We don't allow hate speech on our platform. And I view the commentary that was being made that day was hate speech, in my opinion. And chastising people and doing all that. And ultimately, I make no qualms about it. It was a business decision. On top of that, it was a personal one because, well, someone gave me their word and they violated their word. And, and there's no love, I'm still, Quincy is a good dude. If he ever needs anything, he can call me. In fact, he has. And I still consider him a friend. But I had standards that we wanted to follow and I wanted to keep it along. Hate speech is free speech. It's actually protected. Hate speech is protected. Whether you like it or not, hate speech is protected speech. I personally do not think it should be protected speech, but it is protected because, again, I literally talked today on, you guys all saw it, the same, when I was live streaming earlier with my earlier show, that was also live streaming to TikTok. And I got banned from TikTok for hate speech. And I was like, you're probably like, what? Because I watched your show earlier. There's no hate speech there. Well, again, any sort of common sense to liberals is considered hate speech, apparently, because they hate it. They hate it when you prove them wrong. It's crazy. Someone said Trump supporters work. Bet if he's indicted, they will show. Bet if I live in New York. Yeah, well, they are going to be indicted. He is going to be indicted. I have no doubt in my mind they're going to do it. For a publicity stunt, it's going to backfire horribly. He is going to be the next president of the United States. He will most certainly get the Republican nod. And I already said, if he's indicted, I probably will start campaigning for Donald Trump. In fact, my whole rationale, especially with DeSantis's commentary today, my whole rationale made me realize that Donald Trump is literally, as of right now, the only candidate that the majority of America should vote for. Even Democrats, and I know what you say there, like all you Demis that watch this, you're probably like, whoa, why would we vote for Trump? They said he's racist. They said he's bigoted. He increased the deficit. He increased tariffs. He did this. He was horrible, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, actually pay attention to what he actually did in the White House. Ignore all the other stuff. Ignore his loquacious attitude. No, that's loving, isn't it? No, that's talkative. Yeah. What is amorous? That's the other one. But loquacious. Ignore his loquacious attitude where he likes to talk all the time. Ignore all that. Ignore his tweets. Ignore his commentary. And what do you have? You have a president that actually got stuff done in the White House. It's very crazy. It's very crazy. Alex said, you want to see him in cuffs, best campaign photo ever. See, and what's interesting, Sandy said, wouldn't let me send stars. You know what you can do instead, Sandy? Instead of sending stars, and this is what I prefer, because I'm going to use all of this for the trip to Texas, Cash App or Venmo, right there on your screen. Everything that we make tonight is going to be used specifically for the trip to Texas and other trips that we are planning on doing to cover live events across the country. Because, again, I've come to this new conclusion that just merely making a video and talking about it to you guys, even though there's hundreds of you watching, isn't quite enough, that I have to do more. What more can I do? Well, I need to educate. I'm taking it upon myself to educate people about the reality of what's going on in this country, and namely liberals. And so I'm going to do as many events as I can and travel around to as many different events and commentary and do as much as I can to try to enlighten people as to what's really going on in this country. So when I finally do get banned on TikTok, I will go back on TikTok, the Chinese spy platform, and I will continuously make content in an effort to essentially Tell people what's really going on. I don't care about right-wing narratives. I don't care about left-wing narratives. The only narrative I care about is the American narrative. And if people want to pay attention to the American narrative, then so be it. If they don't, please leave. Like, literally, that's what I'm just going to say to people from now on. Just please leave. Like, you know what I mean? But it's going to be interesting. We'll have to wait and see what is going to transpire about that. And I'll give you guys shout-outs, too. If you do the Cash Apps, Venmos during this show, you'll get a big loving shout-out. Because I appreciate everybody who does that and who continues to do so. It's very nice. Someone said, I don't mind his attitude or what he says. Who's that? Someone said, if Trump would go to jail, would the Secret Service protection also go for protection detail? For one, he's not going to go to jail. It's a misdemeanor charge. They're trying to escalate it to a felony, saying that he was committing a federal felony, although the feds just said they're not going to charge him because there is no crime. So it's kind of like a catch-22, and that's why all of these people, including lefties, lefty legal scholars, are all like, hey, listen, like there's plenty to get Donald Trump on in their minds, but this isn't one of them. They shouldn't be going after him for this in this regard because they firmly just don't believe that this is going to stick. They think it's bullshit, which is what it is, But it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't care who you are. Someone said, I don't think anything will transpire out of this witch hunt for President Trump 2024, someone else said. Sandy said, been with you from the get-go, Steve. Well, thank you. But yeah. What else? Scooter time in Texas. Yeah, I wish there were scooters. That's what, Trump could really up his game by providing electric scooters at the rallies. Like, that would be top-notch. Provide electric scooters just for me. I wonder if they approve my press pass. Should we see live if the second one was denied? The first one was denied. Let's see if the second one was denied yet. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. I bet it's going to be denied. Ready? Let's see. Still pending. Still pending. They denied the first one fast, so maybe they're checking now. If you guys are watching the Trump team, I would love to be able to actually get a press pass, and so I could go in and interview some of the other people. But unfortunately, they keep the Trump campaign and Trump event staff, so you can't actually get a hold of anybody to be like, hey, every single time I go to the rallies, I tell you who I am. You're like, hey, I remember you. You were supposed to fix the press pass issue. Sorry, we didn't. Huh. Do you know what I mean? Every single time. It's so annoying. Every single time. I never get it. It's really annoying. Someone said a felony charge, you could still run. You could legally be a felon and be president. Yes, you can. There's nothing barring you. Stacy said, do they give you a reason why? No, they just deny it. They don't give any reasons. They just make the determination themselves. Usually what it has to do with is CNN takes up the spots, mainstream media because they need, there's that section of Donald Trump's speech when he goes, the fake media back there, and everyone boos, and all the fake media there. They don't want independent journalists there at that point. They want the fake media, right? And so they always, because again, if it's independent journalists, Donald Trump's not going to be like the fake media back there. He's not going to do that, right? So they want the fake media there because it's part of the promotion. It's part of the event. That's my belief, and that's why I think they invite them there so much, because again, they're going to get national attention. Because let's be honest, right now it's 7:47 on the East Coast. It's a Monday night. I'm sitting pretty with 600 people watching across social media. Nope, sorry, 700 people watching on social media right now. Not too shabby across all my platforms. But however, if I was like CNN, I'd have 7,000? How many CNN have? They don't have a lot that watch their programs. I could probably get better ratings if I was on CNN than any of them, too. Man, I would literally take a job with CNN right now. I would. You know why? Because I could actually report the truth. Can you imagine me having a show? God damn. Can you imagine the lefties that tune in? They're like, oh, who's this new guy? Let me watch this show. Hey, hey, Rich, come watch the show. Don't detonate me. And then their viewers all sit down wearing their dresses when they're men, and they sit down there drinking their patchouli or, sipping patchouli, whatever you do. What's a stupid ass drink that hippies drink? Whatever. They're sitting there and they sit there and they're like, oh, who's this guy? And I'm like, so let me tell you why Trump is going to be the best president again. They would lose their damn minds. It would be amazing. Like, who's the guy that runs Chris something, right? That runs CNN? Chris Light? Chris, if you're watching, dude, just let me do one show. Just one day. Just one day. I'll pay you. Can I just do a show at primetime on CNN just one day so I can make all the liberals' hair explode? They'll all look like me after. They'll have no hair because they'll be like, oh my God, the world is ending. I would literally call Donald Trump. I'd get my people in touch with his people, and I'd be like, Donald Trump, I want to interview you on CNN. He'd be like, no. And I'd be like, listen, I'm a Trump supporter. I voted for you twice. I'm going to vote for you again. Come on the show. He'd be like, oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. You would no, that would be MSNBC. If he was like, oh, hell yeah. And then they call him racist, like they always do. Because, again, MSNBC is just a racist news network. That's what it is. You could argue semantics about that, but that's true. Greg Gutfeld would give you a night. Yeah, but it wouldn't do anything. Someone said, would you accept a White House press secretary if Trump won and offered you the job? I'd accept any position in the White House. Literally right now, Biden could call me and be like, hey, you want to run the Department of Transportation? I'd be like, sure. Because I guarantee no matter what position there is right now in the White House, I could do it better than the bonehead that's currently running that. I don't even care what. Department of Education? Sure. I don't care. I could run. Every one of you could run the positions in federal office better than anybody now. And that's the truth. Someone said, Steve, do you think Trump is going to win when the voting system the same way? I can't say that S word or a C word. Yeah, you know what? Because here's the thing. I said it last night during the TikTok thing, and I can't say it in its entirety. And I don't know if I've ever actually said this. I don't believe the election was S. Personally, I don't. And you know why? Because I believe we gave it away. That's the truth. I believe we gave it away. I don't think they took anything that didn't belong to them, if you know the word that begins with an S. I don't believe that. I believe we gave it away. I believe we threw in the towel. I believe we stopped years ago caring about what electronics were used to tally votes. I believe we fell asleep years ago and allowed them to put all these weird, backdoor laws in. We slept on it. That's it. That's my belief. You can't steal something that's being given away. And that's truly what I want, or truly what I believe. They asked me that last night on the liberal TikTok thing that I was doing last night. They asked me that. They're like, do you believe the election was S? And I said, no. I believe there's, massive F and all that stuff going through it. And again, for anyone on Rumble that's wondering why I'm doing that, we're streaming to YouTube. You can't say that kind of shit on YouTube. So I have to enunciate it to make it so I can actually say what everybody knows I'm saying. But you know what I mean. But Robin said you have to get a new card. Yeah, I saw your email. That's fine. I didn't reply because it doesn't need a reply. Just update it when you get your new card. But yeah, I mean, that's my belief. I firmly believe we gave the election away. That's it. It's not going to change. And because here's the thing, we could have done so many different things. We could have ballot harvested in states where it's legal. Apparently now we're going to just start doing it. It's stupid. All these different things that we wanted. Like, if you want to change, what voting systems are used in your elections, guess what you do? That's a state level thing. That's not federal. That's a state level thing. That's a county level thing, to be honest. Those things could be implemented from the very beginning. But that's the truth. Nobody believes any of that stuff because, it's just easier to be like, oh, it was S. No, we gave it away. We gave it away. And I'm not saying there wasn't, election F and all that stuff. No, because there absolutely was. We were the first news outlet in the country to report about the Antrim County court clerk. Remember that one? We were the first ones. We stopped writing about Dominion after that because, nothing was actually backed up by facts. Nothing else was backed up by any tangible amount of fact. Okay? That I saw, at least. But that's the truth. And a lot of people may disagree, with it. But again, someone said, if it was S, we wouldn't have shriveled up knucklehead that we have now. People are nuts for sure. Yeah. I don't know. It's just crazy. And that's a good point. That's a good point. Because if they did have the true power to S, don't you think they would have put Hillary Clinton in? Don't you think they would have put someone far worse than Joe Biden? If they really had it where they knew they were going to be able to maneuver everything? Come on, dude. Part of it was we gave up. We gave up. We allowed it to happen. That's what we did. And hopefully this year, or, this year, next year, we actually fight back and don't allow that, stuff to happen. And I'm not talking about poll watching. I'm not talking about any of that right now. I'm talking about doing everything that you possibly can within the legal limits of making sure that people understand that it's not, here's my thing. I don't believe the right to vote is a right to vote. I believe it's a duty to vote. I believe every American citizen has a duty to vote. And I wish they would require that. Like before you get food stamps, you have to prove you voted. Before you get your driver's license, you got to be, well, that's already a given. You got to be a selective service, but you don't have to register to vote. It's very odd, right? And there are grown ass men, my age that have never cast a vote in their life. And it's stupid. I think it should be mandatory, so when, like, what's the busiest night, like AGT, America's Got Talent, like night number 6, season finale, right? They should do in a mandatory, interrupt it in every single local denomination and walk through who your politicians are on both the Democrat and Republican and independent side. Talk about their policies, talk about just relay the facts, no opinion, and just talk about it, introduce everyone. Because here's the thing, people don't even know. People don't pay attention to who's running for office. They don't care. They just vote Republican or they vote Democrat because they don't want to vote Republican. Someone said forced voting, hard pass. I don't care. Force them. And that's not forced voting. If you want states, well, it is forced voting. but if you want to take welfare and stuff, which is passed by laws and stuff, you know what I mean? That's how it's funded through the federal government and state government and your taxes. You don't believe that people should have to be voting for that? I do. I believe everyone should vote, just like military service. And as soon as everyone turns 18, they should take a mandatory class on gun safety. But most right-wingers already know about gun safety because, well, we grew up shooting guns. But, lefties should have to take a mandatory class on gun safety. And I believe every American should be issued a .40 caliber. Just issued a .40 caliber and a concealed carry permit. Actually, we should just get rid of concealed carry permits and institute constitutional carry throughout all 50 states, only for president. How do you like that? That would be the platform I run on. Fuck welfare, people. Everyone has to vote. Everyone gets a gun. Yay! Vote for me. Like, that would be my campaign. Like just straight up, like just common sense, right? I don't know, man. It's funny, man. This whole thing with the Donald Trump today is just the whole thing with Donald Trump. It's Trump. If you listen to any of the liberal podcasts, which I'll be honest, I do sometimes. I listen to several of them today. They're all like excited with glee. Oh, Trump's going to jail. He's getting indicted. He's going to be in handcuffs. They're so excited. Not any of them even care about the legality or the fact that our justice system has been hijacked to be a political tool for anybody. Imagine if this was on the left. Imagine if we were doing this. Imagine, like, say there was Portland riots, right? And the DA wasn't, some soft ass DA, and he was a conservative DA with conservative values, and he actually held everyone to account. And how the left would be up in arms, calling it political persecution. Yeah, it's not the same when it happens to the right to the left. It's quite concerning, to be honest. It's quite concerning. Look at this. Raj Bet said, as a liberal, I don't support the witch hunt against Trump. No, nobody does. Nobody supports. And here's the thing. Nobody can actually, like, I got to give it to you, Raj Bet on Twitch. I got to give it to you for actually acknowledging that. You don't support the witch hunt. But that's like step one, right? You acknowledge there was a witch hunt. You acknowledge that they are targeting this man for whatever reason. And just like I said the other day, if they're going to go to this level of dirt, or like this level of bull crap, essentially, to go after this man, I can only assume that the reason they are doing it isn't just because Trump derangement syndrome, or that they even believe he's a bad dude. I believe it's that his version of America is one they never want to see. And guess what? I don't like the version of America we're currently living in, or that we're on the path to have. And the only person that's put together anything that could possibly be contrary to that is Donald Trump. And that's why I've said, okay, if he gets indicted, that's like the tooth in the nail for me. But as of right now, I'm already supporting Donald Trump, especially because before I was on the fence with DeSantis. His commentary today, fuck him too. Oh, I'm not getting in the middle of this. Yeah, it's corrupt and wrong that a Soros-funded DA is letting out criminals, but going after this is clearly political. It's clearly grandstanding. It's clearly going for his base and all that stuff. But he said, but I'm not gonna talk anymore about this. I'm not gonna address this any further. My problem is to deal with things that actually matter to people, the residents of Florida. So basically, he said, okay, everyone that's not a resident of Florida right now, F you, is what DeSantis said to everybody today. Everybody today that believes, everyone that was watching that believes that there shouldn't be people that are politically persecuted. But there shouldn't be these wild witch hunts and all that stuff. He just gave you the proverbial middle finger. You know what I mean? It's just sad. So sad. Erdum said, welfare recipients among those participating in the program, most are children, elderly persons, or individuals with a disability. Again, you already know what I said about welfare. That hasn't changed. I believe we should have a max that people, and again, we're not talking about the people that actually need it. We're not talking about the disabled. We're not talking about needy families with children that don't make enough to actually pay their bills. We're not talking about the elderly. We're talking about the people that have 17 kids that keep pumping out a kid because they get an extra check every month from the government. And that's not a race thing, because it happens on white families and black families, Spanish families, Asian families, every family out there. And you all know that is actually transpiring. It's actually happening. People get WIC, they get all that stuff every day, and those people don't need it. Some people do need it. Some people are fully capable to go out and get a job, and they choose not to because they get money. You know, and that's the truth. And people don't, I mean, listen, I'm done pussyfooting around what I want to say. I'm done. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to say what I want. And if it offends you, please just, you don't need to say, I'm leaving. Don't do it. Just go. Just like literally go back into the cave, which you wrote in on. And that's not directed at anybody in the chat at all. It's directed at the world. Because frankly, I'm tired of everybody constantly complaining about everything else. I don't believe in virtually any single thing. Like, for example, here's another one. Today, Joe Biden signed his first presidential veto, where he vetoed a bill with ECG or whatever. Basically, Democrats put together this bill, which, and I think it was already enacted, which basically said retirement people, like people, the retirement fund managers, could then consider, keyword there, could consider climate change and stuff like that in their decision making on which funds to invest in, right? Which affects your retirement, right? What? So the Republicans and two Democrats, I think one from West Virginia, Manchin, and then somebody else, I forgot where he was from. Two Republicans, or I'm sorry, all the Republicans and two Democrats passed a bill that took that out and said, nope, you can't do that. You can't consider climate. You can't consider any of that, or you can't choose to consider that or make that a variation of it or something like that. But do you know what I'm saying? So that bill was vetoed. They passed it in both the House and Senate. It was considered a bipartisan bill because two Democrats, changed lanes and did it. And then they, bada bing, bada boom, they went up to the president's desk. And of course, he vetoed it because, well, of course, he wants them to be able to do it. But you see, this is a problem, right? And this is a problem with me, right? Or that I have in general. For one, if you have money in your retirement right now, because you lost a shit ton of money, 20% is the national 401k drop. That 20%, your 401k on average in 2022 lost 20%. Okay, so the retirement system, those hedge fund managers that are pushing all that weren't doing a good job anyway. But I don't know why Republicans even thought this was a big deal. You know what I mean? Because basically what they were trying to say is that a retirement fund manager could is the key word there, consider climate change, shit and stuff like that in their decision making for your retirement. So instead of saying, okay, a climate fund could do that, which is funny because if you look at a lot of the hedge fund guys, at least the ones that I met, they're all conservative. But that's another topic for another day. So they passed this bill that essentially barred it. So said they can't look at this anymore. So of course, Donald Trump or Joe Biden said, well, no, we're going to veto that bill. I don't know why Republicans even wasted their time doing that bill. I really don't. Because who the shit gives? Who cares about a choice? It was a choice to do it. It wasn't a requirement. It wasn't saying that all these hedge fund managers must consider, environmental friendliness, in their hedge making and all that. No, what it was, or their hedge funds in retirement, what it said was that they could use that as a variable to determine what to invest in or not. I don't know why they did it. I read that today and I was like, this is stupid. It's stupid. And, of course, Kevin McCarthy made a video and he's like, he is attacking the retirement. No shit. Everybody knows he's been attacking the retirement. He's been attacking retirement for a long time, But I don't see, and that's what I'm saying. We pick and choose the wrong things to go after. Like, that's our battle where we want to fall on that sword. when we have a border crisis and all that stuff? Why don't we pass a bill and get him to veto a bill that's dealing with the border crisis? Why don't we pass a bill and get him to veto a bill that actually holds some sort of moral semblance to everybody else? You think people that lost 20% of their 401k over the past year give a shit whether or not the people are able to consider climate change as part of their decision-making factor on which funds to invest in? Guess what? They don't. They want their 20% that they lost. And here's the truth. If all those people that lost 20% of their 401k last year, if all of those people could have potentially made that money if their fund was divested and so it protects climate change, guess what? They would say, fine, send that money over to climate change, bitches. Like, seriously, if I get my money back, whatever. But Republicans can't do that. What do? We push a bill through that basically says, no, you can't have the choice to do it anymore because Republicans don't believe in allowing people the freedom to make up their own mind. They say that. They say they do. They say they do, but they don't. You know? They don't. It's not conservative as fuck. And you notice, I'm not saying conservative, I'm saying Republican because there's a difference between Republican and conservative. I'm a Republican. I'm not a conservative. I'm sorry, I'm a conservative, not a Republican. I'm not a backstabbing rhino, you know, and that's the truth. Derek Bishop said, think of the bigger picture. World War III is imminent and people are worried about Trump getting arrested. It's nuts. Yeah, I mean, it is. It's crazy. We've already talked about that too. I mean, World War III is imminent. What did Zhao Wingmi Wawa from China say today? President Xi, what did he say today? I think he said, we will defend Russia's sovereignty. Something like that. I don't know. I just made that shit up. But whatever. It's fucking stupid. The whole thing is dumb. And you know what? It doesn't matter because we have no politicians in office, Republican or Democrat, that actually give a fuck about Americans. Because if we did, you know what we'd be doing right now? We'd be going like this. This is here. Want to hear the phone call if I was president? All right. Hey, Zelensky. Yeah. Are you in your studio? Okay, cool. Let me tell you something, bud. Yeah, we're going to need that $200 billion back. We got Americans that are suffering, not being able to feed themselves at night. We got them dying over fentanyl. Oh, yeah, I know you've lost about 20,000 people so far in the past year for the war. It's tragic. You know how many we've lost? 190,000 from fentanyl coming across the border. Yeah, so we're going to have to cancel this. All right. Yep. All right. Yep. Fuck you very much. Okay, bye. And then I'd hang up, and then the next one would be like, hey, Vladimir, yeah, go fuck yourself. Don't come for America. and then I hang up, and then I'd be like, yeah, for good measure. Hey, Kim from North Korea, fuck off. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's all I do. I don't care. I care about Americans. I care about this country. I don't care about anything else. I can't have sympathy for people that are dying overseas when they're dying here, and we're allowing it. I just can't. No matter how much I try, and trust me, I have tried. I've tried to figure out how to care about other countries and the civilians over there. Is it tragic? Absolutely, it's tragic. But the fact is, we have people dying here every day. Why is it our obligation to help other people and not help Americans? Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? No, and so someone said you got to call the prime guy of Iran and be like, hey, prime guy of Iran, you better shut the fuck up. No more death to America chance, okay? You know what we got? We got nukes, okay? All right, yeah. And I got the fucking codes. Like, seriously. That's probably what Donald Trump did. First day in office, he's like, all right, I want a conference call with all our enemies right now. And they're like, okay, Mr. Trump, President Trump, all the enemies are on the phone. He's like, all right, so I just press this button. All right, guys, I'm in charge here. You come after me, or you even talk, or you even look in my direction, we're going to blow you up. Like I'm sure he did that. But that's it. I don't know. It's just crazy, dude. What country helps us? No one. They can't. They have no money because we are giving them all money, apparently. Every single country. Think about it. They have no money. They have no money. How can they help us? How can they help anybody? They can't help anybody. Can't even help themselves. But you know what? I'm on a quest to help everybody. Help everybody understand what's really happening. And if you want to help with this quest, you can donate via Cash App or Venmo by scanning any of those. And April will put the link in the chat right now if you want to. We're using this money to pay for our trip to go down to Waco, Texas. I'm leaving on Wednesday. So here's the thing. If I make a couple $100 more tonight, then I'm going to get a hotel room in Nashville. And so I will do a show probably Monday or Wednesday night. Or, yeah, I'll do a show Well, I don't know. I'll probably do a show Thursday night. I got to look. I'll do a show from either Nashville or some other place. I was thinking Memphis is closer, but I'm not stopping in Memphis because I don't want to die. So I'm going to stop somewhere and I'll do a nice show from a hotel room somewhere with like, hopefully they have a nice view and all that stuff. But I need a couple $100 more that way to do that. Otherwise, I'm just getting a crackhead motel. I'm just trying not to get like bit by bed bugs or something because I spent too much on the hotel in Texas because I wanted to try to get with the Trump campaign so I could talk some fucking sense into them and stop with the Ron DeSanctimonious shit. You know what I mean? Whatever. It's that's it. But if you want to support that, you can via that link. Also, one of the other things too, because this new version of not giving a fuck at all, you know, one phrase that I've really loved for a long time, which is the "Make America Great Again" phrase. Okay, I just love that phrase. You know why? Because the concept, the goal, it's a goal. It's a statement that you make that you want to achieve, or at least you should if you're an American. If you're not, and you find that phrase repulsive, leave. Like seriously, go somewhere else. It doesn't have to be about Donald Trump because again, listen to the actual phrase itself. Make America great again. Now, you can have arguments and say, well, America's never great. Okay, whatever. Fuck that. And so instead of MAGA, it's MAG. Make America great. That is something that every single American across the world should aspire to do, right? You know why? Because, well, what is a great country? A great country is one where people are prosperous. They walk together. They get together. They can talk. They can listen to each other. They're not fighting over political bullshit. They're getting along. When you have a fentanyl overdose or a fentanyl crisis, you deal with it right away. Other countries respect us. We are firm, right? Well, and it sounds amazing, right? It sounds perfect. It sounds like everything that we all hope this country should be. But you know what the problem is? Not everybody believes that. Not everybody believes this is a great country, whatever. And so I have something to say about that. I forgot what it was. Oh, I fucked up that whole fucking thing because anyway, we released a new coffee today is what I'm trying to say. And we're calling it the MAGA Mocha. Yes, Make America Great Again Mocha. You guys have been asking for this for a long time. A mocha coffee. Now, the reason why we're doing this, and I want to read this to you because I'm actually going to be putting a second label on every single bag that is on the back of every single bag that is going to say just this. It's going to say, listen, I know the term "Make America Great Again" has two different meanings. To the left, they see it as Trump, and they don't see the phrase for what it is, a goal that all Americans should aspire to achieve. A great, prosperous country where everyone has a voice and that voice is heard. A country that provides opportunity and allows its residents, its businesses, and the country itself to thrive. Well, this new roast is just like the phrase. We've added our first mocha roast, not because we have to, but because, like the phrase MAGA, this coffee is everything we hoped it would and could be. Simply amazing. So if you guys want to support this coffee, because everyone wanted this, and so I expect every single person watching right now to go buy a 5-pound bag of this thing, you can click the link that's in your chat right now or scan this QR code and go buy it. Go buy it. If we sell like 100 of these 5-pound bags, it'll change what we're trying to do here. So like if you and anyone who's tried our coffee, you know it's amazing. It's literally the best coffee you've ever had. It's like crack. It's very good and addicting. This is even better. This is even better. This is even better. So make sure you go over, try it now because you're going to love it. I guarantee it. And if you don't, we give you your money back. Simple as that. For a coffee, we always give money back. And we've never had to. Well, I take that back. We sent another bag to someone that I oversealed their bag so it opened in transit. Other than that, we've never given a bag back because they didn't like the taste. How much is the 5-pound bag? $79.99. And again, shipping is included. Shipping is included in all of our orders now. So, and I need all of you guys just to go and buy coffee, buy hoodies, buy everything. If you buy the mocha or blueberry cobbler, which you can also buy 5-pound bags of that now as well. If you do that, you can, those will ship on Monday. I have some more coffee that if you order it and I have it in stock, like I'm out of fiery but peaceful now. I'm out of blueberry. I'm out of the mocha. Those will all come on Monday. But French vanilla, a lot of that other stuff, Wake Up America, Awake Not Woke, if you order today, it's going to ship tomorrow before I go to Texas. So, but yeah, Scooby said you missed an opportunity to make the cost $17.76. I didn't want to. I wanted to keep the price as good and as level as I could. I didn't want people to have to pay too much. I mean, $16.99 is already a lot for coffee. Ultimately, after you take $5 off for shipping, it's $11.99. That's probably comparable to where, the store, it's probably the same amount. And that's why I'm not making a lot of money on these bags of coffee anymore, but I wanted to include shipping to make it easier for you guys. I have to ask how many pots of coffee to get from 5 pounds. Well, you can figure this. The way I do coffee, 2 ounces. 2 ounces is 12 cup of coffee. You could do 2.4. There's roughly 2247 gram or 2.247 kilograms in 5 pounds. So that means there's what, 2,200 kilograms? No, right? There's 2 kilograms. You know what I mean? How many ounces? No, you're not fucking me up here. All right. How many ounces are in 5 pounds? There we go. Let's do that. So it's 80 ounces. So let's do 80 ounces divided by 2.5. So you're going to get roughly 30. That's not right at all. There's not 80. There's 12 ounces. Oh, yeah, I guess that's right. So you'll get about 32 pots of coffee. So about a month. I guess that is right because we go about through 4 bags a month at my house. So, yeah, there you go. But so you'll get about coffee for a month if you brew 1 big pot of coffee every single day. So everybody should go and buy a 5-pound bag. And we have 5-pound bags in everything. Our 5-pound bags will be the absolute freshest coffee you can get because basically they take 4 days to order. So what I do is all the 5-pound bags that I get today, I go and I order them with a roaster. They roast them up. They ship it to me. I have it 2 days later. Bada bing. I grind it up for you or I package it and then I ship it out to you. So it's literally the freshest coffee you could possibly get. So there. How about that? So when we do it that way, you're literally going to have freshly roasted coffee within a week, because I have to ship it all priority mail too. So typically it's only 2 or 3 days, unless it's UPS, but usually it's all priority mail. But someone said Awake Not Woke is still #1 with me. Yeah, but have you tried the Frank 01 yet? Oh, it's a tight fit there. The Frank 01 is my new favorite. That's one I like. But then again, I mean, I've been drinking French roast for, I don't know, past week. It's good. I like that too. Because it used to be Awake Not Woke and French roast were my favorite. But now Frank 01 is just better. I don't know why. It's just smooth. Unless I do cold brew. Awake Not Woke is still my favorite cold brew. What is the roast in the mocha? Light, medium, or dark? It's medium. It's medium. Because I didn't want to do, yeah. Is it? Hold on. Hold that thought. I may have got the other one. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Yeah, it's a light, medium roast. Light to medium roast. It's not that bad. It's a mocha and Java blend, technically. Our medium body, naturally sweet. Yep. Your French roast is the only French roast I like. Nanner, buy a 5-pound bag of it. Buy a 5-pound bag. You'll be good. Dan said, just listen to DeSantis' entire comments. Nothing he said was false. No, but I mean, why take slants at Donald Trump? And, well, what about his last statement, Dan? His last statement where he said he's not going to address this anymore. He's only going to focus on issues that concern Floridians. What about, and I understand he's governor. You know what I mean? I understand he's running for governor. He is the governor, and I have no doubt in my mind now that he's running for president because he made the slight at Donald Trump. I don't think he would have made that slight otherwise. But that's the truth. That's what I believe. I don't care who you are right there. But French vanilla is amazing along with Trumpkin and now the blueberry cobbler. All my favorite. I also like the Christmas blend. Yeah, we don't do the Christmas blend anymore. However, the Christmas blend was also, hint, it was also the Freedom blend that we gave away during the Trump rallies. I think. No, the Christmas blend was, never mind. That was the nutmeg one. Never mind. Never mind. But, yeah. Some said, I still say try mixing all those flavors in a cold brew with badass dessert. Yeah, maybe. Because he prefaced that because he prefaced that with it was a circus virtue signal. What was the circus virtue signal? I don't know what you're saying. Oh, you mean him doing that was a virtue signal? I don't know. I thought it was bad taste. He should have released a statement right away. First day. I mean, when they raided Mar-a-Lago, he released a statement within a couple of hours. He should have released a statement right away. It took him 4 days. It took Ron DeSantis 4 days to do it, to release a statement. And then he basically said, like, listen, yes, it's wrong. It's corrupt as shit, but I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on issues that really matter, is what he said. How do you tell me that this issue doesn't really matter? Do you know what I'm saying? The issue matters to everybody else. Yeah, apparently it just doesn't matter to DeSantis. And then Donald Trump fired back by, again, posting the picture of DeSantis when he was a teacher with the teen girls, saying hopefully no one makes complaints against him or something like that. Which, I mean, he's right. Hopefully nobody does. And I don't know anything about DeSantis in that regard. Frankly, I don't even give a fuck about DeSantis anymore. Donald Trump is the dude. All right, I don't care. And you guys know, because if someone watched me last week and watch this now, you're like, what the fuck happened to Steve? Because before I was saying Donald Trump is not the dude. I came to the conclusion that if they are going to continuously try so hard to come at this guy, then the only conclusion I can surmise is that they 100% believe that his path for this country is the path that most Americans want, and they must stop it at all costs. And that's it. Someone said it doesn't really matter because it's a virtual signal, nothing burger. Yeah, but again, it's the act. It's not the charge, it's the act. And when you combine that with everything else, you combine that with how they're treating J6 protesters, you combine that with everything else, it's a much bigger issue. And DeSantis should have addressed it in a much better way. He didn't. And that's what pisses me off. Pisses me off so much. I mean, not that much, but it pisses me off. But someone said Michael Cohen definitely lied to the grand jury to help brag narrative. See, I don't know if whatchamacallit, if Bragg, or I don't know if Michael Cohen testified, because I know today he waited for 2 hours just in case the grand jury wanted to hear from him, and apparently they didn't, and so he didn't testify. So I don't know if he actually provided any commentary to the grand jury. That's unclear at this point. I know he didn't today. And for some reason, I really thought we were going to have some sort of announcement today, but we didn't get an announcement today either. I thought we were going to get one. Like, I keep secretly watching this right now, and I'm like, is someone going to buy 5 pounds of every single roast we have because they have, their own coffee shop and they want it? You know what I mean? Do it. If someone buys, I'll tell you what, if someone buys the 5-pound bag of every single roast right now, I'll give you a lifetime discount too. Especially if you already have a coffee shop. I know there's one guy in here right now that's got a donut shop, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that would make my day. Like I said, I want 100 of you to all buy the 5-pound bags. And just to put it in perspective, I make about $15 per bag, per 5-pound bag that's sold because of the shipping and all that stuff. Someone said, I've had that conclusion since day one. The swamp is against him, which means Trump is the people's candidate. Yeah, I know. And most people did. I was late to the party. I was late to the party. People said that before. I literally just thought about what's best for America. That's how I vote. That's how I've always voted. Now I think this is the only way America is going to be able to sustain and keep going is if we get, someone that actually truly cares. I mean, think about it. When you have every single obstacle that can lined up against you, every single obstacle whatsoever that's put in your face, and yet you still want the job, they are doing everything they can to ridicule you, attack your family, do all that stuff, all the horrible comments that are made on the daily about this guy, and he still wants the job. To me, I'm like, there's got to be something. For one, I thought it was mental illness. I'll be honest, for a while. And then I was like, nope. This guy, he just truly cares about the direction that this country is going and wants to change it, which is what I want to do too. I just don't have billions of dollars. God damn. Can you imagine the damage I would do if I had billions of dollars? Hell yeah. Someone said, I heard they put a hold on arresting Trump due to a new witness. I didn't hear that. So I don't know. Maybe because like I said, it was Judge Janine on the 5 today said that they had new information into Fox News that the charging decision was either going to be made, the indictment was either going to be ready today or Wednesday, not tomorrow, is what they said. Not tomorrow. They had another witness that was going to be testifying today. That's why it was going today. And that witness was a Trump witness from Bob Goodman or something like that. But that's what I heard. Shelly Lou said, I'm going to try the mocha and blueberry. If I like either, you may get the big bag. You will love the blueberry. Everybody loves the blueberry. I think, to be honest, out of whenever we do one of these new release of coffee, blueberry is the one that we sold way more blueberry. And in terms of reorders right away from people who ordered the blueberry, tried it, and then ordered it again, it's through the roof. We can't even keep it in stock. I just got to keep ordering. I think we've gone through 120 pounds of blueberry already. It's insane. Insane. Because people really like it. And I knew that because I know some of the other channels and some of the other coffee companies, they all do blueberry as well. And I didn't want to for that reason. Someone said Robert Costello testified today. Oh, okay. Grand jury meets only Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense why they're not doing it tomorrow. Someone said there's not a single law enforcement entity that can arrest Trump. Secret Service supersedes all. That is true. We're not going to ever do K-Cups again, SG. Yeah, that is true. But then again, if Donald Trump does have a warrant issued for him, I believe the Secret Service would be required to arrest him because he has an active warrant, right? And if the state is going to receive him. Because that's what a lot of people are saying, that DeSantis can just fight extradition. DeSantis can't fight extradition. Donald Trump could. But it's not, and it would go through a judge. DeSantis can't pick and choose which warrants to do. And they're not going to do a warrant. That's why the Trump's plane today had its, that was just a photo I saw right before this, where they were anticipating that Trump was flying somewhere. Leanne Smith said, does it taste like blueberry or does it smell like blueberry? I have no idea because I don't drink flavored coffee. Because it all tastes bad to me, to be completely honest. I like the smells of it. My wife said it's good, and we'll let the viewers tell you. Anyone who's tried the blueberry, does it just smell like blueberry, or do you also taste a hint of blueberry? Let me know. Someone said, I think making K-Cups are easy to make. They are for you to make, yes. Super easy. Katniss said both, Leanne, at least for me. She said she tasted and smelled the blueberry. Blueberry with chocolate creamer is the best. That does sound actually very good. Tiffany Morris. Good. Splenda said it tastes like blueberry, which is funny because your name is Splenda. Right? And you put Splenda in coffee. See what I did there? That's funny. I don't care who you are. Someone said I listened to a liberal TikTok. I have lost some brain cells. What, do you listen to the one I was on last night? Which brew would be rated at medium to light bold? Almost all of them, except our dark roast. They're all medium to light. Awake Not Woke, Frank 01, Wake Up America. That's a light. That's probably a lightest roast. Wake Up America. But yeah, Brad said it tastes like blueberry. Bum 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 bum. Down. Do-do. Discounts. Oh, yeah. Cool. Shout out to Shirley for her purchase. Shirley. So we didn't sell as many of the 5-pound bags as I thought we would. I thought we'd sell more. But that's cool. Sharon Ann said you listened to me last night. I was trying, man. I was so frustrated with these people. I was so frustrated. April said, right now, Frank 01 is my favorite, then Pardon My French. See, April and I, our taste buds are aligned. Make your own Irish whiskey coffee. It'd be better than creamer. Yeah, who knows? I thought about doing an Irish whiskey for St. Paddy's Day, but I didn't want to. But having some Victory or Death right now, so good. Yeah, the Victory or Death is really good, too. All of our coffee's great. I mean, literally, it's the best coffee you've ever had. If you try it, you're going to love it. That's the truth. We've never had anybody that has leveled like a bad complaint against it. It truly is the best. And if you guys want to buy our our brand new MAGA mocha, the Make America Great Again mocha, and you get a 5-pound bag. Each one is going to have a special label on the back with that message that I read without the weird, awkward pauses as I read it. And it's going to be pretty cool. And I can't wait till we start doing the cans with this because it's going to look dope with that flag in the background and all that. Because you guys are going to see. So the way you're going to see it, probably in the next couple of weeks, we're going to start with only a couple of rows because the labels are super expensive. But we're actually going to start offering coffee in cans. So we're going to start offering 8-ounce cans of coffee. So not only will you have the 12-ounce offers or the 5-pound offers, you'll have 8-ounce collector cans. So it's going to be essentially like a tall beer can where the whole top comes off. It's very cool. I'm very excited about it. And it also keeps our coffee fresh on average 4 months longer. Like, no shit, right? Yeah, buddy. So, Justin said, got the Patriotic SF bundle with the, pardon my French, last batch was really good, so I had to get some more. Yeah, buddy. Steve's wife's MAGA wine, bet it would sell. Yeah, right. Should. My wife would still drink it, though. I just got the names confused. I don't really care for mocha flavor. I kind of want it just for the bag. Might be a Father's Day present. Yes. You can do that. So our 5-pound bags for mocha and for blueberry are $79.99, and all the other ones are $89.99 because I forgot to change the price to $79.99, and I'm probably not going to do it today because I'm lazy. But again, you're getting free shipping, and just think, if you buy it for the $89, you're like helping me out a little bit. So I would appreciate anybody who wants to do it. Someone said you didn't see an option for Italian 5 pounds. Here, I'll show you real quick because I it's not as good. So see, some of them will say 5 pounds right here, which you could see 5-pound bag right here, or go up to coffee and then bulk bags right there. And these are the 5-pound bags. And it's all of our other flavors. So you can order any one of our flavors in bulk. So eventually what I'll do is I'll also add these to the original listings, and I will change these prices probably tomorrow. Or maybe I'll wait till I get back because I don't want to deal with it right now. And tomorrow I'm going to be testing the audio video equipment the entirety of the day, pretty much, and getting out all the rest of the coffee. But yeah, and it's free shipping. You got to remember too, there's free shipping on all of our bags of coffee. There's free shipping on everything in our store, all of the boxes and bundles and everything, because I didn't want it to continuously double charge people, and that's what it was doing. So I said, fuck it, I will just do free shipping. So that's why our price for the individual bags of coffee went to $16.99. Like if you look at our individual bags, $16.99 now, and our 5-pound bags are $79.99 or $89.99. Someone said, "Did Trump die?" I don't know what you're saying and why you're saying that in the chat. Waiting for the coffee to come, said Sarah. Do you see it shipping yet? Yeah, so that someone let us know that the grand jury is only oh god damn, can you imagine that if you did? That the grand jury is only open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I don't know. See, I'm trying to multitask right now. So I'm trying to read what everybody is talking about. I don't know why people are writing stupid fake shit in the chat. Like I that's a bannable offense. Who wrote that? YouTube. Yeah, whatever. Someone said, Steve, you should show that website for buying American. Yeah. You mean this one? SwitchToAmerica.com. Our sponsors. Normally I do the ad read right at the end of the show. So I guess who was this that said I should do that? Whoever said I should do this, Susan wanted me to end the show. Because normally I save this for the end of the show, but because Susan is my new producer and she wanted me to run this ad now, I guess I'll just come to the conclusion of the show now. Anyway, if you want to switch the products that you're using in your house right now, like for example, you know, if your wife is not like me, or you're not like my wife, right, where you don't believe in buying actual cleaning supplies and you use vinegar, which smells like asshole, to clean everything in your house, right? If you're not like that and you actually use cleaning supplies, chances are the product that you're actually using is not made in America. And if it is made in America, it's probably not owned by an American-made company. Now, there's an easy way for you to figure it out, because if you try to go about it yourself, you're not going to be able to find shit. You know why? Because they hide that information from you. The easiest way for you to find out is to go to www.switchtoamerica.com. Fill out the form there. Someone will send you an email or they'll call you. And what they'll do is they'll run a survey of all the products you use in your home, from hygiene products to cleaning supplies to nutrients to even beef. Beef. And they will show you how you can switch to American-made, American-owned products. And it's a very cool company, very cool thing they're doing over there. So go to switchtoamerica.com and you will be able to make the switch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Make the switch. Make the switch. Someone said promo code Susan. No, I'm not going to do that. I meant to do it earlier, but I didn't, so whatever. Normally, I've been doing it at the end because I end the show abruptly and we have a lot of live viewers. But no, it's cool. Like, no one has to give Susan any shit. She's practicing the producer thing. I appreciate that. I produce it. I appreciate the producer. Someone said, don't end the show. No, I got to go home. I got to go home eventually. You know, let's see. Yeah, fine. I won't go home if I sell 5 5-pound bags in the next 10 minutes. 5 5-pound bags in the next 10 minutes, and I will do my show until 10 o'clock. How about that? 5 more. Keyword. Someone said cheap vodka is better to clean with. Susan said, I use vinegar too, but I am looking for a water filter. Yeah, I see that. I get you. Displaced Viking said, you made the switch. Hell yeah, you did. We haven't done a troll of the day discount for a while, and that's okay. We don't need to do a troll of the day discount today. It's too late anyway. Plus, I can't do a troll of the day discount. We're trying to run a coffee sale here. That's part of the reason why I need to sell all the coffee and do all the stuff that I'm doing now, is because I gave away too many discounts last week. So we didn't make as much money because we have a set goal that we have to make every week, you know, for the coffee side in order just to be able to keep paying all the bills and stuff, the store, you know, and do all that. And unfortunately, I ran promotions and sales and shit all last week, so it drastically cut into that. But it's worth it. Someone said your volume went low. Is it still low? I don't know why. Should be okay. Katniss said, I love it, but it's damn expensive for a Clace Azul. I don't know what you're talking about. Someone said, Susan Ann Slattery, you're welcome. I had you queued up before he saw your comment, but I had to blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'm just messing with Susan. She's fine. Video and audio are fine, and everyone's talking about alcohol in it. Did you guys know that if you order our Patriotic as F ammo can bundles, and by the way, if you have an ammo can bundle, I'm going to be shipping them tomorrow. There's only 2 or 3 of you that have them outstanding. You're going to get a 30 caliber ammo can with some of the contents are not going to be in the ammo can because we can't fit it all. I'm out of the other one, so I'm going to give you extra coffee and extra shit in it. But these are one of the things that comes in the ammo cans. They are this is a Constitution whiskey glass. And then we have the Declaration of Independence whiskey glasses as well. And these are made from Old Southern Brass, a veteran-owned company out of Florida. And so these come in our Patriotic as F ammo can bundles, which you can buy right now if you want. And if you buy one today, it'll ship tomorrow because I want to get them all out before I go to Texas. So tomorrow's a big shipping day for me because I got to get all this stuff out. Okay, also, I guess did it not? Okay, how did that? Yeah, any of you guys that have I forgot that. Any of you guys that have that 20% off thing for the yearly, please don't use that on the 5-pound bags. But thank you for the tip. But yeah, please don't use it on the 5-pound bags. Anyway, your tip made it up. So, but yeah. If you have a 20% off discount, don't buy it through here. Literally send me an email and we'll do it off here. So it doesn't because I have to pay the commissions and all that stuff and I'll actually lose money on the 5-pound bags that way. So just contact me and I'll send you a different invoice, through this, but I won't have to pay the fees. Christine Smith said, "Cool. I collect whiskey glasses. Nice, nice. What else? I don't know, guys. It's not looking like we're gonna get to 5 of these. We sold one. Shirley bought in a 5-pound bag of Italian roast. Hell yeah, you did, Shirley. Shout out to you. Oh, and you actually paid the 89 price. So never mind, Shirley. Yeah, you're good. You're good. No, you're good, Shirley. When will the mocha ship? On Monday. Vivi the berry picker. Monday. So all of these 5-pound bags that people are ordering, they're all going to ship on Monday. Every single one of them. Because what I'm going to do is on Wednesday, I'm going to place the order. They're going to roast it on Wednesday. They're going to deliver it to me on Friday at my house. I'm not even going to be here. I'm going to be in Texas. But this is service for you guys. So then I'm going to get back on Sunday night or Monday. And then I'm going to come in here. I'm going to package all your 5-pound bags. Because I'll either have to grind them. Like if you order whole bean, you're really helping me out. Because I don't have to grind all your coffee. I could just package it and weigh it and send it out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't mind grinding it too. I like it because it makes a whole store smell. Someone said, "How about an extra shirt instead of extra coffee?" No, sir. Steve, you could get the ice sphere molds to go with them cups. I don't know what you're talking about. How did the dentist appointment go? Did your dentist decide the best case plan for moving forward? I totally forgot to ask. Yeah, so that's another thing, and I don't think it's going to happen. But I had the deep cleaning last week, right? I had a dentist appointment scheduled for Thursday, but of course I'm driving to Texas, so I had to move that to next week when I get back. And then at the end of April, after we get done with our camping extravaganza tour, I have to come up with a shit ton of money because they're going to do the whole bridge and remove this tooth and put in a new one. And I don't know how I'm going to do it because I'm not, we don't have extra money, but got to do it. I got to get my teeth fixed before they all fall out. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to do. So, and it's not, it's $6,000 is what I have to come up, $7,000 is what I have to come up with because I by the time that comes, I'll have used my entire dental insurance benefit. Isn't that bullshit? But whatever. It is what it is. I'll do it. I'll sell something. But, sell my soul. Or I'll just take out a loan. Or open another account or something like that. We're trying not to use credit because we're thinking about selling our house and buying another house. So, buying a house closer. Because right now we pay out-of-county tuition for our kids plus daycare. And it comes right out of my wife's paycheck. And the other day I was trying to figure out how much she pays into her retirement because it said she was only paying 5% of her salary. And I'm like, that's stupid because it's employer match. So up to 2.5. So we might as well do 2.5. And then when I looked at her paycheck, granted, it's the first time in 2 years I've looked at her paycheck, I saw that we are paying over $600 a month for out-of-county tuition. So we pay for our kids to go to school where she works. So I'm like, we should just buy a house there, like in that town, so we don't have to pay that. But yeah. Yep. Someone said, if both of you get one, then combine the amounts towards you. I don't know what you're talking about. They have dental credit card, low interest. We already have care credit. Yeah, we have care credit, but yeah. So that's what we're trying to do. But the problem is we can only qualify with her income because I'm self-employed. And that you can't run a tax balance. So that's what I do. So essentially when I file the taxes in April for this year, they're going to, I will pay the remaining for the last year. And then I will have to start paying the massive amount of taxes every month. That's why I have no money because the IRS keeps charging more and more and more that I have to pay every year. Last year it was more than some people make in a year that I had to pay to the IRS. So it's a big fucking hit in the pocket. But at least the lenders that I talk to, so they won't use my income being self-employed unless that tax payment plan is not a payment plan and that I make the payment up front to them. And there's no way I can do that because you're talking $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year that I pay in taxes. I can't do it. Keep in mind, I have other businesses, so it's not just the coffee side or anything. That's why I work incessantly because I have other companies and other things that I do as well. I'm a business guy, but they're all using all my money. So, and I may shut one down because it's just losing money. But I have employees for that company, and yeah, so I'd rather not, but whatever. Someone said stop giving money away without a nonprofit entity. Yeah, I mean that was 2 years ago. I don't do that anymore. It's all nonprofit stuff that I do. But more money, more problems. That's how it works. Literally, the more money you make, the more problems you have. It's quite an interesting thing. Anyway, here's your last couple of minutes. If you want to buy a 5-pound bag of coffee or anything in our store, you could do so. There is no sale going on. I got to change that thing on the top. St. Patty's Day is over. But if you want to buy a 5-pound bag of coffee, it'll be the freshest coffee you've ever had. We will place the order for the roaster tomorrow. It will be delivered to my house on Friday, and then I will package it when I get back from Texas on Monday and ship it right out to you. You'll probably be sipping on the freshest coffee you've ever had, probably by Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you live. So get your orders in now if you want to be so kind. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. This was a pretty fun show. I had fun doing it. I had fun. It's funny because we were talking about houses. My wife sent me a house, and she's like, I don't know why I like this one, but I do. And I was like, you know what? I kind of like this house too. And it's not much bigger than ours currently. It's really not, but it looks nice. And I'm not going to show you guys just in case we did buy it. But it's small. Like our current house is 900 square feet, right? It's a small house. This one's only 14 or 1500 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, so it's still not ideal, but it's huge and it's open inside. It's got a wall of windows that kind of look down a little cliff. It's all nice. It's got property. And here's the thing. It's got a massive race car garage on it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A home studio right in there. No longer have to come here except for when we're doing the coffee thing. Yeah. And the house, I called my brother, my realtor, and I'm like, hey, do you think we can get this amount for our house? He said, it depends on what the comps are. And I'm like, they're not this much. I'm like, can you do it? Let's see you. Can I list a house? Maybe someone does know this. Can I list a house for the amount that I want and just not take anything less? Like if I say I wanted $250,000 for my house, can we list the house for $250,000? And then when people come in and put offers in, we just say, no, we want $250,000. That's it. Can we just do that? Are we allowed to? Do you think the house would sell? If I did that? That's the thing too. And we need to sell it in order to buy another house too. That's the problem. That's the big hiccup. We need to sell the house in order to buy this other house. I texted my mom. I'm like, Mom, buy me a house. I'll be honest. I was like, Mom, we'll sell our house. We'll use the money for the down payment to buy the other house. Just help us buy this. Because I'll be honest, if we're just using my wife's income, she's a teacher. I don't think we'll qualify for what we're trying to get, unfortunately. Someone said, yes, you can, but it may not sell. Well, we have to do stuff. So I got to finish the bathroom because my wife tried to do sheetrock. So I gotta pull all that out. I got to re-grout because remember, we had the water leak. So I got to re-grout the entire bathroom floor, all the tile work on the floor again, and then do. Someone said you can ask for whatever you want, but it will only sell for fair market value. And I got to do the roof. That's a big one. But the roof is small. We got estimates in $5-6 grand already. But yeah, I don't know. Flex seal. Yeah. Or I just said we'll do we can't, right? We have to disclose that we know the roof is no good now. And we need to, there's little shit like cosmetic. I got to power wash the whole thing. I got to fix a piece of siding that pushed off because of a storm. I got to replace. I don't have to do it, but they look horrible. All of the, what do you call it? But then you can't really do that. But then if we're already doing the roof, then we should do, what is the thing underneath the flashing? Is that what it's called? Where you have the awning that comes over from the roof or the overhang that comes over and there's metal underneath that. What's that shit called? But I got to replace that too. Maybe just spray paint it because Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Get some Amish to do the roof. Displaced Viking said, it sounds like a weekend job with friends. We have no friends. You guys are my friends. I'm here 24/7. When do I have friends? I don't know. Someone said, if I suppose it was cash offer, then yep, banks get involved nowadays. Yeah, I know. You have to disclose or be sued later, Soffit. Yeah, that's bullshit. But because and the worst part about it is it's not the actual what do you call it? It's not, the shingles aren't bad at all. Actually, it's the good color, good. They're not leaking or anything. It's the plywood underneath is soft on like 3 or 4 spots. Sucks. Soffit is what you're saying. Soffit or fascia. Yeah, so it's this ugly brown, right? But then my wife is like, I want to replace. She wanted to paint the what are those things? The window, the windows, the things that are right next to the windows. What the fuck are those called? Oh my gosh, we were just looking at them and I can't remember what they're called now. The window shades or whatever they're called on the outside. They're for design only. They're screwed into the side of the house. Do you know what the hell are they called? The window shutters. There you go. So they don't do anything. They're pointless. But she wanted to take them down and spray paint them because they're this ugly ass color and paint the door. But then I'm like, you can't do that because then we have to do all of that fascia, right? We have to fix all of that because it's the same color. And then all of the gutters are the same color as well. And I'm like, no, we're not doing all that shit. But if we replace the roof, we have to, and the trim along the entire roof, that metal piece that goes all the way around the front and up on the peak and all that stuff, that's all the same color. We'd have to replace it all. It's bullshit. Bullshit. It's bullshit. All right, guys. Listen, I appreciate everyone for hanging out and watching with me. I will be live tomorrow, probably multiple times. I think there's some committee meetings and stuff like that. It depends on how much. I'm going to be doing some audio tests, or audio and video tests, testing new stuff to make sure I'm streaming. The streaming is working properly from when I'm driving, because I'm going to be driving on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on when I leave, to, probably at this point, it's going to be Thursday. I'll leave here on Thursday and just muscle it down. And then I'll be there late on Friday. See, I wanted to do like a get together on Friday. I don't know. We'll see. How many of you guys are going to Waco? But I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate all you guys for coming. I will be live a couple of times tomorrow, like I said, doing some tests and running the cameras. I'm testing a new system where I have a wireless camera here, or I have the camera here, and then I have my big camera over there that's going to be wirelessly hooked to the backpack, and then I could switch with a remote. So I can use the big camera when I'm doing interviews or whatever, and then I could wirelessly switch to the remote when I'm walking around the rally. Yeah, high-tech shit. Nobody else does that. Yeah. All right. I got to go to bed. You know what it is? I cheated. Now I'm eating cookies again at night. Still no soda, but I'm eating cookies, and I want cookies. Like, the sugar is addicting. I don't care what they say. Sugar is extremely addicting. So I want my cookies. They're fudge stripe cookies. I like my cookies. Anyway, guys, I will see all of you guys. I'll see all of you guys on several times tomorrow. Okay, bye.